Disappearing Boy, posted by Calathea and Cats. This is possibly a bit dull, but I honestly can't explain what happened today. I was cleaning my house near my downstairs window and looked out to see a blonde boy, about 8 years old, walking up my path to my front door. I assumed he was delivering something, possibly the parish newsletter. I live in a village. So I waited, looking out at my path to hear if something was posted through my door, and I didn't hear anything. I waited a few more moments and then decided to walk closer to see if he was waiting at my front door, but he had vanished. The way our house is situated, there is no way he could have gone anywhere apart from back down the path which I was watching the whole time. There was nowhere he could hide. He just vanished. I was so shocked that I froze for a few moments, just staring at my path, trying to work out where he went. I went outside and looked down my long road, and he was nowhere to be seen. My childhood friend reappeared, posted by Friend of Past 97. So I had this friend in elementary school named Miguel that I'd been super close with for an entire school year until he moved away. I can never remember his last name, so I've never been able to find him on social media, but I can remember his face perfectly. He's one of those guys that always had a slight smile, and he had big dark eyebrows. I go to college in a small town in Oregon and have been having a rough time lately, so one night my roommate says we should go on a walk to cheer me up. We're walking and talking about random stuff when I see a guy who looks just like Miguel sitting on a bench. At first I thought I was just imagining things, that it's just some guy who looks like him, but then he waves and does his little half smile, and I'm completely floored. Same big eyebrows, same sort of goofy expression, just now in his early 20s. He looks away and then literally disappears like he'd been photoshopped out of my field of vision. I don't know how to explain it, but for the first time in months, it felt like the weight had been lifted from my shoulders. Miguel was the type of kid to always cheer you up just by making funny voices and making up weird stories, so it kind of makes sense. My roommate says he saw someone sitting too, but checked his phone just before Miguel disappeared. I don't know what I saw that night, but I miss you, Miguel. Thanks for everything. Call from the Dead, posted by Fifth Monkey. Short story. My mother's cousin died. Came her funeral day. My mother, while the funeral is going on, gets a phone call and looks in disbelief that it is her cousin, dead, calling. She didn't answer because of the ceremony, but she has the phone call on her phone. The son of the dead woman confirmed that the dead mother's phone was at home in the kitchen. No one was home. He now lives alone there, and there are no pets. So I believe this must have been some out-of-this-world thing going on. It's quite spooky. Anyone can think of an explanation? Bird Didnt Squish, Land, posted by Not Very Original 3. I was driving to work today, very early, around 5 a.m, when I got stuck behind a slow pickup truck in a no-pass zone. I was tired and annoyed because I was going to be late when I see a bird that in the road that wasn't moving out of the way. This was the first strange thing because birds always move, even if it's just a little hop, but this thing wasn't moving at all, like it was frozen. The truck ran right over it, and I was like, what an asshole. Then I realized that the bird looked completely fine. I swerved to avoid it, and as I'm passing it, I see it just squish, like an invisible tire went over it. It was super weird. It's like the world was lagging or something. I drove back to the spot, and there was no evidence of any squishing taking place. Classmate was in 2 rooms at the same time. Posted by Kids Yao. I was running late to a final at school today. Because of the rush I was in, I accidentally walked into the wrong classroom. I saw my friend there with another couple mutuals. We waved at each other, and as I sat, the supervisor checked the list for my name and let me know it wasn't the room I was supposed to be in. So I walked out and found the right classroom. This time, The room was filled entirely with people, so I didn't pay much attention to anyone and started taking my exam. It was around 10 minutes until the exam was over when I glanced to my left and saw that friend sitting just a seat apart from me. It took me at least a minute to process what was going on. I handed my exam in soon after and went right home. I haven't talked to him about it at all yet. I know for sure that it was the exact same guy. Nobody walked in during the exam, and I never saw him leave the first room either. This is honestly crazy. I don't know what to think of it. The blood spot from my beadwork disappeared, even in the video. Posted by Soultememer. Sorry if formatting is bad. I'm a mobile user. I'm not sure if this would be either a glitch or part of a small and personal Mandela effect. Please be kind to me. Love. TLDR at the bottom. I was doing beadwork of a tiny football pin for my boyfriend's father's birthday gift. In this process, I had already tied the beads to the felt and sewed on a plastic backing already. The plastic is what keeps the beadwork from bending and twisting a lot. The next step was to add the final backing, which is a piece of buckskin. It is difficult for me. I was sewing on the buckskin to the back of the beadwork when I stabbed myself directly in the index finger with a thick glover's needle I used to tie down the beads. I remember bleeding one large drop directly onto the buckskin, cussing because I hate stabbing myself, then showed my mother both my finger and the stained backing. She suggested washing it out with cold water. However, it was 3 in the morning, so I mentioned I would do it when I get up in a few hours. I then placed the pin on a chair my mom has to pass by in the morning for her to see it finished before I give it away. When I woke up, the blood stain was gone. I assumed my mom washed it out, so I told her things and she explained she never touched it. I checked a work in progress video I posted of the pin, and in the video I recorded right as I finished it. However, there is no blood spot in the video, though I recorded it before I fell asleep. I also remember thinking about how I hope nobody questioned the stain since it appeared very dark in the video. TLDR, I got a blood stain on a gift I was making. The blood stain disappeared by morning and isn't present in the video I recorded of it, even though I remember the spot being shown vividly. Cats spawn in room after being let out. Posted by Cynical Alien. This one's relatively short, it just happened. I'm sitting in bed with my BF and he gets up to use the bathroom. I see one of the 2 cats in my room by the door and she leaves once my BF came back. Well, there goes the cat, I say, after watching her walk leisurely down the hall a bit before the door completely closes. My BF is like, both cats are here, and I look to see the cat on the pillow behind my head. I joke that I must be going crazy. A few minutes later, I got up to pet one of the cats and make sure they don't break anything, since one was on my bedside table where there was glass. The other one is sitting by the door, so I let him out this time. I waited for his tail to leave the door frame before closing it. I turned around, and guess who it fucking is? Fucking bastard man cat. How? I don't know how to feel, and my BF thinks I'm seeing things cause I'm tired. WTF. TLDR. Cats manifest in my room after watching each of them leave at separate times.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe for more videos.